Welcome to the Odds Brothers Podcast, coming to you from the Bentley Sportsbook inside the new Southland Casino and Hotel. Follow the Odds Brothers Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, and YouTube. Today's show is presented by Bentley Online Sportsbook. Download the Bentley Online state-specific sportsbook app today from the Google Play or Apple App Stores. Now here are the hosts of the show, Moneyline Mark.
I'm not a smart man.
And Point Spread Shane.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Oh boy. Woo. Welcome everybody. The Odds Brothers, episode number 26, coming to you on a Monday, a WTF Monday. Lots of, well, I wouldn't say a lot of WTFs this week.
No, not really.
But we had a couple of key ones in the NFL, and really three of them. And if you're wondering where they're all at, they all reside behind bays. Green Bay, Tampa Bay, even San Francisco Bay. Not that they got beat, as a matter of fact, from the Kansas City Chiefs, but
well, not that one.
Not that one. Getting ready for that one. But in the manner that they did, I guess. I was expecting a lot closer game, and it was. But Kansas City slowly grinded them down. We'll get into all. It's been a great week, really, for picks on the Odds Brothers for the college and pro
Yes,
team.
it has.
And once again, we show our dominance on the Pick 6 contest against the Average Joes.
You know, we got some smack talking coming for him a little later.
We do. Yeah, he must have had a feeling because he left the country for a little while.
It was so bad for him.
When it comes back, it'll be on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, do us a favor if you would, like and subscribe somewhere down in the bottom part of your screen.
Yeah, we need to get more than just 10s and 10s of views. Let's try to get 20s and 20s of views.
Right. That'd be great. Make our hearts feel warm for the holidays coming up here in about a month.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can get 20, 30, or dare we say 50?
Likes or subscribers?
Both.
Oh.
I'll even take it in combination right now.
We can get a combination of all that. That'd be great.
So we're going to go over all those picks, give you some idea. Tonight's game, which to me seems to be easy, so that's always one of those you kind of wonder if it really should be that way. Got some NBA as well as that season's kicked off, so we'll go over some of those games happening tonight as well. Give you some initial thoughts if you want to throw some money down on those hardwood hoops, and look forward to the Thursday night game as well. But before we do that, keep in mind we're broadcasting every Monday and Friday live inside the Bentley Sportsbook inside Southland Casino and Hotel.
That's right.
Stop by, you see a bunch of bright lights. That would be us on the stage. We're still looking for some Average Joe contestants potentially, like, you know, after Thanksgiving to after Christmas. So we got about, 7 openings or so left on the Average Joe?
Yeah, that's about right. And, you know, just for coming on a show, you're going to get a free T-shirt. And you have a potential of maybe getting some free food.
Yeah.
If you can beat us.
If. And Preston went 0 for 2, trying to beat us.
0 for
2. So let's get that. Something that won't be in want or an 0-4. How about getting on that mobile app from Bentley? Arkansas or Tennessee, we do have a enticing offer for all those newbies. Mark, why don't you tell them about that?
That's right. So for all you first-timers on the Bentley app or Bentley website, you get a $250 risk-free first bet. So your very first bet, up to $250. If it loses, you're going to get it back in a first bet, a free bet. But whatever it is. But your odds must be minus 250 or greater, and you must bet a minimum of $25. I think it's right. $25?
Sure.
All right. Make sure you check the website and or the mobile app for all the details on the promotion. But that is on your first wager, up to $250 if your bet is a loser.
Right.
And you can do that both in Tennessee and or Arkansas.
So keep in mind that despite all that stuff, I guess you could say, you can open an account in each state because they are separate accounts, and you have the risk-free $250 wager in both.
That's right.
So that's up to $500 in risk-free wagers. If you live semi-close to that Arkansas-Tennessee state line, take advantage of Nick's budget many times.
Yes, because that's what we want. We want to take his budget and kind of run with it a little bit, you know.
Speaking of run with it, we did pretty good on our picks today. You ready with that?
Sure. We're talking about this?
We are.
All right.
Unfortunately. I called this a while back. No, let's call it Friday. I thought it'd be maybe close, but it'd be a slow grind, and of course it was a whooping there.
Now
54-10.
Before we get into all this,
Yeah.
not about your Hawkeyes, but about our picks.
Sure.
Because we go over the NCAA football, we do the NFL, we do our pick six, and now we're going to be talking a little bit about basketball as well. All for free. There are many sites out there that want you to pay. They'll give you a little taste and say, pay us for the rest of our knowledge. We're giving you our knowledge for free.
And all we ask is the like and subscribe. That's it.
That's right.
I mean, take our lunch hour, give you some free money. What could be better than that?
That's right.
Ohio State, you see the two ugly mugs next to it. That means we both got that pick right.
That's right.
Many people did. Now, at halftime, you could tell the offense for Iowa is the same old nasty offense, but the defense played incredibly well, scored the only touchdown once again for Iowa.
Wow.
I can tell you there is just an unbelievable clamoring to fire at least the OC, which is Kirk Ferentz' son, Brian. Anyway, that's beating a dead horse, as they would say. Ohio State's still looking great.
Do you have the stat on how many points the offense has scored and how many points the defense has scored for the season so far?
Oh, I do not. But I would venture to say the defense has outscored the offense this year.
Because I keep hearing it. I keep hearing you say it.
I will look that up, and we'll have it for you on Friday because Iowa, I believe, is home versus Northwestern. So that's not going to be a lot of points either. So
Sweet.
All right. One that we didn't get a line on till late, Tennessee.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter. 39 was the line when it was all said and done. 71.5 was the over-under. Tennessee just about got both by itself. That 40 points, though, if you had 39, you barely got it in there. 39 would have been 65-63.
Yeah.
So they almost nailed that line right. I thought it was going to be at least 40 or 50.
Yeah, me too. Because remember, I said maybe 70.
Right. You did. Yep. Syracuse, here's a big one. Only one head on here.
Yeah. Well,
Syracuse moves to 6-1. They ended up 21-27, losing by 6. The line was 13.5 there. The over-under 49.5. So you just missed that if you went over on that game. Syracuse did look good and had the lead for a good part of the game and had a chance to win it at the end and didn't do it. But to me, I finally saw the game that I needed to see from Syracuse. Going forward, I'll give them much more props.
Bless your heart. I'm going to have to pay attention to that now 8-0 Clemson.
I know, so now you're going to keep going Clemson because they're undefeated,
probably,
right?
But I'm going to have to really pay attention to those points. I don't want to go away from what I know.
Yeah, no kidding. 21 Cincinnati on the road to SMU, and there you go. There's another single head on the side. I went ahead and took that 3.5. Didn't look real good for a while, but SMU made a game of it late. The 58.5 over-under, just under.
Where's that drop
56.
Cincinnati on the rankings?
Cincinnati, well, they're 20, so they moved up one.
What?
They moved up one with this eeky win here.
I don't agree with that.
Here's a stomping I really didn't see coming. Ole Miss.
Neither one of us did.
Nope. I thought being LSU and being favored is probably a mistake considering the rankings. LSU ended up dump trucking them 45-20, so LSU easily covers that. And the over-under just missed. It came in at 65 instead of 68, thanks to Ole Miss not doing their part, really. But this puts LSU in the rankings. They went from unranked to 18th now.
Ooh, wow. That's I was going to ask you.
And I still, to me, I don't think that they're a top 20 team. Maybe 21-25. I might give you that, but
yeah, they just punished Ole Miss.
They did, but I mean, this is the same team that struggled to beat some other teams they should have stomped too, and I can't make heads or tails of it. But I will say LSU, tough place to play. They had a ranked team coming in; they were pretty pumped up, and I guess we'll move on that one. No floating heads.
No,
should see one here though.
Yeah,
Oregon. UCLA goes on the road, and I made mention of this last week that this was only UCLA's second road game. They actually were at Colorado, which really isn't much of a home field advantage for Colorado when you go out there. But Oregon looked pretty good, 45-30, had the game pretty much under control. It just got over, though. I thought 72 was probably going to be too many points, but they combined to get over that. Oregon was favored by 6. They easily cover there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, you know why I lost.
Yeah, because you went with the undefeated, and so until you beat.
It did not go well for me.
Nope, it did not.
Nope.
Let's continue with this next one. Not that it continued there, but we both had Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma.
Rebound game after getting beat by TCU the week before after having that game somewhat in control. Texas 34-41, so losing by a teddy. But guess what? Texas was favored on the road, so it didn't matter. 1 point would have been good enough. The over-under of 61 went sailing over pretty easy, Mark.
Yeah.
Where you go with Texas from here?
Not picking them, unless they're playing Nebraska. But otherwise,
let me see. I don't think they do play this year.
no.
Okay.
I really do like Oklahoma, but I was just shocked that the way the line was set up for this game, both on the over-under and on how Texas being 20, how they were ranked. Or not ranked, but given the point.
Yeah,
they were
6.5 on the road.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was not like they were at the road to Rice or, Texas Tech, which they ended up losing. But they got their quarterback back. But something smelled funny to see that kind of line when Oklahoma State played their asses off.
Yeah, at home?
TCU.
Come on.
Yeah.
So
there we go. One that didn't take much of a effort to do. Boston College dumps another one.
Yeah.
Wake Forest, there's both heads. I would not consider that a genius pick at all.
but it was for free.
It was.
Free pick.
20.5 point was the Wake Forest favor, so it wasn't that convincing, but it was comfortable enough to cover there. The over-under is 61, not quite so much. Not much to say. Wake Forest continues to move on, 13th in the country. They actually moved up a couple of spots. They're now at 11.
Oh.
How about that?
That is kind of impressive considering I think Boston College is
Yeah, they're looking for next year.
Yes.
Actually, Doug Flutie, if he has a son that's still young enough to go to college, Boston College is looking for you, sir. Tulane. Well, I mean, Memphis isn't necessarily a powerhouse, but they took care of them by 10. Tulane was favored by a touchdown. The 56.5 seemed to be an easy bet there. Tulane actually moves up now. Can you take a guess? From 25 to
23.
You're right.
How about that?
How about that?
And I don't know.
Put an extra bonus head next
I can't
to Tulane.
I can't read that over there. Too small.
You can't?
No, it's too small.
Good deal.
You need to magnify that.
Something that was magnified to me, Mississippi State on the road. Oh, my
That's
good
right.
Lord. Alabama ends up taking care of them pretty easy, man. Mississippi State really couldn't move the ball all day. This is the team that I've been dogging all year, and they kept winning or beating my predictions. So I finally go over there and get 3 touchdowns, and you can't even stay within 3 damn touchdowns.
What you think about Alabama?
You just missed 27. Alabama's still not a fave.
Oh.
They're good. They'll figure out probably some way to get in the playoff, something junk like that.
Remember I said
they didn't move up in the polls, though. They stayed right where they are, 6. So
Well, that should be
America didn't think that they were that impressive.
I told you they had a lot of pent-up aggression,
They did,
and they showed it.
and they took it out on Mississippi State. That should be the last we hear. Let me look. Yep, they're not ranked anymore. All right, Minnesota Golden Gophers. This one was easy for me. They go to Penn State. Penn State got to eat pants by Michigan the week before. They were looking to get right in a hurry, and the Golden Gophers said, "I'll be your Huckleberry." And it was 45-17. Penn State, oddly enough, was only favored by 4. They could have been by 24 almost. And get this bad boy in there. Over under 44.5. Penn State got that by themselves.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive. So Penn State moves on. Penn State in the rankings move up to 13 after that win this week. Kansas
Doubleheads.
State. About time you showed what I thought there.
There you go.
TCU ends up getting them 38-28. Now TCU once again down early. Has to make these comebacks in the second half. They ended up doing it here, but it's kind of worrying me that they're falling behind these teams all the time. 3.5 was the spread by TCU, so they get that pretty easy. Over under a 54 was definitely not enough for Big 12. I remember looking at that and going, this is a Big 12 game. Most of these are in the 60s.
Just to let you know, I'll be picking TCU this Friday.
This Friday, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then we're going to have that on there. I don't even know who they play.
Me neither.
Since they're undefeated, that's where we're going.
That's
huh?
why.
All right. Other notable games. I don't know if you have this in there, but
Oh, I do.
Nebraska falls to the bye week 38-0.
It says they dropped. They went from 77 to drop to 131st again.
The bye week was favored by 14.5, and the over/under 45.5. The bye week
Yes.
did their part. Nebraska did not do theirs.
All you Nebraska fans, I love you too.
Just not going to get there. All right, so there's the NFL. You saw a lot of Shane's heads on there.
You did. You did
so
very well.
I did very well.
What did
finally.
we say earlier? You missed
I just
everything
missed
but 2.
Yeah.
Or I mean, you hit everything but 2. Yeah. Wow, that's impressive.
First week I actually didn't put cash down because it'd been not a struggle, but just not enough on the plus side this week. And I thought the lines were pretty tough, so maybe it is. The tougher they are, the better I pick, I guess.
Yeah, it makes you concentrate a little bit more.
That's right.
Of course, you were listening to all of Preston's analytics.
Yeah, well, I was listening, or it fogged my brain, or whatever it did.
Taking his analytics and going the opposite way.
Hey, what do you got, Preston? I'll go the opposite. Dallas. Well, Dak Prescott, I would say, did not look great. Did you feel that way?
No, I didn't. I didn't think he looked great, but maybe it was a smart move. You know, I said he shouldn't be in there, but maybe it was a smart move to put him in there because that way he could get back into his rhythm against the Lions, knowing that, the Lions came out quick, but whoopty. Knowing that get them on the field, get him on the field, get him throwing the ball, get him back into the motion, and hopefully this next game he looks a lot better.
Yeah, he was out, 5 weeks, I guess?
Yep.
So give him a little bit of rust. He did have some good passes. He should have had at least one pick again. Lions dropped that one. Dead to rights, and Dallas's defense still showing up.
Yeah, Dallas D.
Dallas easily covers the 7 here. The over-under of 49 didn't have a prayer. I guess they were expecting Detroit's really ranked almost last defense to give up more, and that's where I was standing on from a Dallas offensive side of the ball. I think if you started Cooper Rush, you still would have scored 24 points that game.
Yeah.
I didn't see a Dak boost from scoring, but maybe part of that is rust.
Yeah, it could be.
Speaking of rust, it finally hit the Atlanta Falcons, so I guess you can get off the against the spread bandwagon here.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. Well, I had to ride him.
You did, and I thought it was going to be a better game than this, 35-17.
That sucks.
Joe Burrow ends up going off 400 and some yards, 4 touchdowns, throwing. I think he ran another one in. Bengals are starting to get that offensive look like they had last year, and the Dirty Birds took the brunt of it here. The 47.5 did get over there, thanks primarily to Cincinnati, and now nobody is undefeated against the spread in the NFL. That was your last team, the Atlanta Falcons.
Womp.
Womp. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Steven, if you're listening. Yep.
Yeah.
Not going to be able to do it.
Not going to be able to do
it anymore. All right, Tennessee Titans like this game a lot. A little closer than I thought for a while, but Tennessee takes care of Indy 19-10. Tennessee was a 2.5-point favorite in this game. Over under 42.5 didn't have a prayer.
Yeah, I didn't put the score up on that one, but yep. You're right.
You're right. 19-10, so that was a fairly easy one. I thought a bunch of running, as you figured, defensive juggernauts, I guess you could say, when they're playing each other. They just don't tend to score a lot when they play.
No, and Tennessee doing the run, we knew it was going to be under.
Yep. And speaking of under, this one's about underwater. This is the first WTF moment. The Green Bay Packers fall to the Washington Commandos, 23-21. They had a shot. It was tough to stop Taylor Heineke. They actually allowed a couple of first downs there late and then got the ball back with like 15 seconds or 20-some seconds. They couldn't get in field goal range, but Packers, man, what a mess. Here you only scored 21 against one of the defenses that have been giving up, I think, an average of 23 or 24 a game.
Yeah, they're a mess.
To not so good teams. I don't even know. Is Aaron Rodgers? I guess you could give some of it to the wide receiver. You lost Randall Cobb in that game. Allen Lazard actually had a shoulder issue, but still.
There's nobody's trying to make a play. Yeah, I don't say make a play. No one's stepping up to the plate to make those big time plays.
And now,
just not doing it. Not for Green Bay.
Oh, no. And now you're sitting there wondering, their next game, I believe, is Sunday night at Buffalo. So if you think you're getting right anytime soon,
nope.
I don't think that's happening.
Put a fork in them. Oh, I don't know if you noticed there on the graphic.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
A little heart for your Washington Commanders.
See? Once again, I pick with my head, not with my heart.
Oh, I think you love them.
Yeah, I do. WTF of the week. If you thought Green Bay was WTF, Tampa Bay said, hold my beer.
Yes, they did.
They get dump trucked by Carolina, who we thought was packing it in. Seemed to be anything but packing it in. They ran wild all over that vaunted defense, 21-3.
You know what?
You're telling me Tom Brady on that team with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette, all that, you can only get 3 points at Carolina?
What's absolutely sick is now they're talking like Carolina is this great team with all their players that are out. They're not. They played Tampa Bay, who has all kinds of problems. And not just Tom Brady.
No, not just
Not
him.
just Tom Brady.
But, I mean, Mike Evans was 15 yards behind the guy in the first quarter. Bobbled a pass wide open that would have been an easy touchdown, and it just derailed from there.
Yeah, that whole team's got some cleanup work to do.
Oh, man.
Might start with some coaching.
I don't know, but I can tell you this now. I can't be on Buccaneers bandwagon any longer.
Nope.
I don't care if they're playing Washington or even Carolina again.
Not going to be able to do it.
Just ain't going to be able to do it no more.
Well, if they do play Nebraska, I'm still picking Tampa.
Ooh. I think that'd be close. I might have to take Nebraska.
Now, what if Tampa play Green Bay?
They did.
The Geezer.
I would have to go Green Bay at this point.
The Geezer game.
I think they got a little more, and that's saying not much.
Geezer or wheelchair, whichever.
By the way, we both took Tampa, so that's
We
why you
did.
see no heads on.
Yeah, no heads.
But how about this one? New York Giants and the Jags.
Yeah.
We both took the Giants. Even at the end, the Giants were getting 3 points here. Jacksonville came within a half a yard of winning the game on the final play, or at least having a shot. They still would have had to kick the extra point, but they fall by 6 in this game. Giants, they keep saying find ways to win, and I guess that happens. But boy,
You're going to give me points. I'm going to be taking Giants.
well,
Yeah.
Giants and Bills.
How many points am I getting?
I would say if that line was in Buffalo, Buffalo's probably favored by 8.
I'll take the alternate line at 14, and I'm taking them.
All right, well, I'll take the alternate line at 21 for minus 1,000, I guess.
Oh, I thought that's
if
what
you
we
can
were
even
doing.
Get that. Yeah. Speaking of what the heck you're doing, Cleveland Browns and the Ravens there. It was a closer game than I gave it credit for. 23-20. Baltimore was 6.5-point favorites. They actually had that for a while, and for some reason just couldn't extend it anymore.
This is the second time they've done that.
45, it is. And
Second time they just, we won't play the fourth quarter.
it's a problem. And if it was anybody else but Cleveland, they'd probably come out of there with another L.
Yeah, that's right.
Over-under went under there by just a smidgen. Late afternoon games, well, you could probably figure this out. Even before I knew Russell Wilson was going to be out, I was taking the Jets anyway.
Yep, same.
He's not looking good. Jets were getting a point in Mile High, or whatever they call it now in Visco Field. I call it, what do they call it? Waste Management Field, whatever it is. It looks crappy out there.
I don't know. They have an interesting chant in their stadium in Denver Broncos.
They do.
Yeah.
Can you do it for us?
No, because it sounds like they're saying we drink our own pee. I just not really sure what they're saying.
It sounds like that?
It does. Now listen,
all right,
I live with a Bronco fan.
I'm
I
gonna
have to listen to it all the
I
time.
have to look that up, I guess. Drink their own pee. All right, well, they drank an L here. Fall to 2-5 on the season by the score 16-9.
Yeah.
Houston Texans.
Wait, before we keep going, how long do you think Russell's going to be out for Denver? They say?
If I'm him, the rest of the year, but no.
But
I bet you he's probably out at least one more week, it sounds like, for that hamstring. That would be my guess, and then they need to get him back.
You know why he hurt his hammy?
Why?
I said it before the season started. Because he's running for his life.
I'll give you that, man. I didn't buy 1 ounce of that crap you were selling early before the preseason game. And
Yeah.
You did nail that right. Like, I can't pick him. Why? Because he's going to be running for his life.
That's right.
And that's exactly what's been going on.
Yeah.
Houston Texans, they go 1-4-1 now. They lose to the Raiders 38-20, and Josh Jacobs had himself a game playing for a contract. It's odd.
It's not.
Just odd how running backs on their final year look like they're unstoppable, and then as soon as they get signed to a big deal,
contract,
then they sign.
They don't want to get hurt, so they got to lay down when they get that pressure.
I guess, but Raiders are riding them all the way to victory here. That puts them at 2-4 now, so I wouldn't say that they're out of the woods yet. But we both had this game in the hat, and it turned out to be pretty easy. Went sailing over as well.
Yeah.
Seahawks, they're looking good. They were at the Chargers 23-37. I wasn't expecting Seattle to win this game outright, but I thought they could stay within a touchdown, and instead they just went ahead and put dump truck mode on the Chargers. Kenneth Walker, running
This was a
back, looked
WTF
amazing.
moment for me here.
Was it?
Yeah, because I really thought it was going to be a closer game than this.
I
And it
was
wasn't.
thinking it was closer. No doubt closer. I'm a little shocked Seattle won that game on the road a little bit, but
Yep.
the way they've been playing, they've been staying pretty much tight with every game except that game at San Francisco that they played like 3 weeks ago. Outside of that, they've been kind of like Atlanta, actually, in a lot of games till the end, and just it's a 50-50 coin flip if they pull it out or not.
Good job on that pick.
Now, DK Metcalf might be out for quite a while, so that's the one big injury that they had to their wide receiving core. We'll see how that plays out. Matter of fact, a lot of big injuries this weekend, Breece Hall being one of them, for the Jets. Their big running back went out probably the rest of the year, it sounds like, with an ACL tear in his knee.
That will be Jets don't have much.
No, now they're going to Michael Carter-Williams or something like that. I have to look that up. But they pretty much dumped him. They drafted him a couple of years ago. Now they're going to have to rely on him. We'll see how that goes. And not every day you're going to be able to play those donkeys. Last game of the afternoon slate, the Chiefs went ahead and, decided to pistol whip the San Francisco 49ers in the second half.
Yeah.
44-23. Of course, it goes sailing over. Kansas City was only 2.5-point favorites there. They didn't need. They could have been 12.5. You still would have been good. Almost 20.5. You still would have been good. And that's a good pick on your end, Mark. I don't know if you saw this kind of whooping coming.
No, not really. But I was just hoping that what the heck's his name? Quarterback for 49ers.
Oh,
Garoppolo. I was hoping he'd step out of bounds for you, or I mean, not out of bounds, but give us another
out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, that'd have been good. I mean, there was a safety, right? Was that this game? Or was that a different game?
I don't know.
There was a safety I was watching. I think I was watching this game.
We can find out, though,
okay,
while you're contemplating that.
Because I was really hoping he'd get in that end zone, get a little bit of pressure, and step out again. Because, oh, man, I just want it one more time. Just one more time this year, Jimmy. Can you do it? Come on, Jimmy.
He might.
Pull it out for me, Jimmy.
Now, Garoppolo, to his part, I don't think was necessarily the problem. But, you know, he still has the untimely interceptions.
He does.
So let's take a look here on the scoring. I'm sure you'll have a lot here. Let's see. We got field goal, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, no safety.
No safety?
Oh, wait a minute. You are correct.
Yes.
Garoppolo got sacked in the end zone for a safety.
I thought that was the game I was watching.
Yeah, it was a 5 yards in the end zone sack.
That's not quite the
not
same.
Not stepping out, but he got a sack.
You know, he wasn't smart enough to throw the ball away, so, you know, I can still blame him.
Good call. And then the Sunday night game, Steelers gave it a go. They looked like they were going to get dump trucked early. Miami just was moving the ball at will, but they bucked up in the second and third possessions, forced field goals, and then they never scored.
Third or fourth quarter. Nobody.
Yeah, nobody scored the rest of the second half, or the entire second half. I shouldn't say rest of it. Kenny Pickett threw a couple of untimely picks when they were down there. Should have at least got a field goal out of one. That might have changed the whole complexion of what they did on that final drive. But alas, the Steelers end up falling to 2-5 here. Over-under was 45, way under. And then, of course, I actually took the points there. The 7, I thought. Steelers are playing pretty inspired ball. And I didn't know how Tua was going to be coming back off that double concussion, basically.
I thought they'd play better against Pittsburgh, but guess not.
Guess not. There's one head there. That'd be mine.
That's yours. Yeah. I think the over/under was way too high.
Yeah.
For us to do that. So.
All right. So before we get into our the pick six stuff,
well, we got what we got here is we got a Thursday night game.
Well,
or Monday night game.
Monday night game.
We're doing that later? One? Yeah, sure. Let's do the Monday night game.
All right. The Bears 2-4 at the New England Patriots. They're at the 500 mark here. It was 8 when we picked it Friday.
What is it now?
It moved up to 8.5, so that indicates that money's still primarily coming in on the Patriots. Not by droves, but by decent amounts that they had to adjust the line. The over-under, though, this is the interesting part. 39.5, it's now 40, so I thought it would trend the other way. Unders. I thought there'd be a lot of under bets, which might necessitate dropping it.
Yeah.
But I guess people think there's going to be some points scored in this game. It's now at 40.
I think
in either case, 8.5, that ain't enough. I'm still taking New England here, aren't you?
I'm not changing it. I'm staying with New England. I'm going over. I'm still on the over wagon.
You're still on the over wagon.
Yeah.
I guess I'm New England for sure, and I just don't know how the Bears are going to score. I guess I'm going under still.
Sweet.
40, 39.5. I don't know. They'll
score first. Bears will score first. That's what will get you a little bit of points on the board.
But that better be it. you don't have a lot of room to work with when the over-under's under 40. You can't have too many tutties out there being scored. But I think the defense for New England's going to be a little too much. I can't foresee Chicago getting too many points tonight.
Yeah.
So if you're going over, you must think this is like a what, a 28-17 game or something? Or
No,
what
I think New England's going to score quite a few points, but I think Buffalo's going to probably get 10, maybe 13 points, somewhere in there.
Okay.
So
in order for that to happen, you need a 13 points. You need like a 28-13 game gives you 41. How about
sure.
that?
Okay, sounds good.
Lock it in, folks. Come on down to the Bentley Sports Bar. Ask for the Mark Special, which is New England covered and the over tonight.
Mm-hmm. And these picks are for free. Don't forget.
Yeah, don't forget. You can watch all the games inside our sports bar. Keep in mind we got lots of big screen TVs for you every Saturday and Sunday. Pretty packed down here for the football action. Get here early. Get your bets in. Keep in mind we are powered by Bentley, and we're coming to you every Monday and Friday here on the Odds Brothers from the sports bar inside Southland Casino and Hotel.
Now, if you come to the sports bar here at Southland, make sure you tell the folks at the counter that you heard from the Odds Brothers the pizza is delicious.
Very good.
And you want some pizza.
Tasty.
Very good.
Get the
Maybe
combo.
one of these days we can get Nick to, like the first 5 people that mention our name get free pizza.
Yeah, he talked about the boost.
That's right.
How
It's a
about the
pizza
Odds
boost.
Brothers buffet? All the pizza you can eat, sponsored by Bentley.
It's a pizza boost.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff tonight before we get to Thursday night games, or you want to go pick six first?
It's up to you. I don't care what we do. What do you want to do?
Let's do pick six first.
All right, let me get back to that.
I'm sure Preston's waiting.
pick six.
Just
Oh.
wondering how the odds went. So.
Well, should we do his first so the folks can see his wonderful
let's
picks?
do his first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Let me put that up
You
there.
ready?
It's coming. Wait for it. There it is. Oh, that should be good.
All right, there was Parlay Preston's picks, by the way.
Hang on. Go ahead and go over them, bro. Go ahead.
Miami. Well, they didn't cover by 7. They only covered by 6, so that was close. Chargers, they got dump truck. They were favored. That wasn't close. Dallas.
Hang on. You're missing all the womp, 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 womp.
Oh, my bad. Hang on. All
Miami?
right, start over. Miami. Nope. Chargers.
There you go.
Dallas. I don't even mind that he got that right.
And you didn't put no Dallas gear on today.
I did not. I do have a jersey in the car and forgot it for the dang show. Sitting
Shirt
out
popping. You're supposed to shirt pop every time they win. There you go.
there. Just pretend
Huffing and puffing.
that's a star. All right, Tennessee. Well, he got that right. They ended up winning, right? Tampa Bay and Vegas.
Yeah.
So he ended up actually not bad. 4 points. You know, for an average Joe score, 4 is pretty good. That's above average, right?
Yeah, that's above average, but that's still what I think of his picks.
3's of the Mendoza line. Preston,
Just for you.
you had 2 chances to beat us.
Not gonna be able to do it.
That's right. Now, I'll say this. Remember when he was on the show Friday, and he's talking about how, if I turned in that list, I sent it to you guys, and I was like 6 or 7 points. I was unbeatable. But when it actually comes to sitting down and with the Odds Brothers, we see what happens. And we're going to see what happens soon.
All right, so there's the parlay, Preston. Sorry, sir. You had a free T-shirt, and that was about it. You had
That's
to beat
it for
one
you.
of us to get a $25 food credit. Beat both of us, you get a $50 food credit. Beat none of us, you get a $0 food credit.
That's right.
I'll make a coupon up for you if you really want that.
I won't.
You won't. All right, who you want to do next?
You.
Me. All right, let's do it.
All right. Don't worry, there's no Duke
They'll pop
emoji
up.
for you.
All right, here's my picks. Dallas. That was the 1-pointer there for -7.
Nice.
Tennessee, the 2.5 was my best bet. That doubled up. Tampa Bay, what the?
Flippity flop.
New York Giants getting points.
Yes.
They won outright. Jets getting a point. One outright. And Seattle getting points. One outright.
Look at that. Great
6
job at 6
out of
points.
7.
And all
So
those
that's
were
pretty
for free.
good. All those were for free. And for the first time in many weeks, I did not bet it personally in a round robin, which I wanted to do. Otherwise, I would have hit 3 3-teamers, a 4-teamer, and 1 5-teamer out of that bad boy. I
Dang.
could have used a little scratch.
Yeah. That would have been nice.
That would have been very nice. All
That'd
right,
been
so
nice, Paul.
that's that. And then last but not least, and I'm glad you put yourself last now because I was worried about you at first. You were doing nothing but 2-pointers for a while, putting all the pressure on me. Then you got 3 last week, and I saw the upward trend.
Yes.
And then, holy crap, look at
Yes.
him rolling here with 6 himself.
That's right.
Marcellus had the Cowboys.
Yeah.
He took the Dirty Birds plus 6.5. Why? Because they're their only team undefeated against spread, and he got a Giants. He took, and they won outright. Yeah. Kansas City is best bet. I got to give it to you. That was a tough one to make your best bet, and it didn't look tough on the field. Jets plus 1. And the Raiders.
That's right. How about that, huh?
That's
6
awesome.
points.
So plus 6 all on the board. So not only did I get the 6-bagger, you got the 6-bagger.
I did.
And so, Preston, sorry, bud.
Not going to be able to do it.
Not this time either. So let's get the latest updated points board there.
There you go. Leaderboard, there it is.
25.5 for Monsieur.
You're smoking.
Average Joe's 21, and Moneyline Mark makes a huge jump. 19 points from 13. High Riser just has 2 weeks in there, but below average either way. High Riser should be racking up here in the next 3 weeks. We should have a High Riser each of the next 3, right?
And I think one of the weeks we're going to have 2 High Risers and no Average Joe. So
try to get them up there.
Try to get them up there to be more competitive with the Average Joes.
Yeah, that way when we get down to the end,
we don't
should have
no
a
crying.
one-horse race.
Well, it'll be
pros.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, well, that's good. Before we get rolling in the we just got the scroll going.
Oh, yeah. You want the scroll going?
Well, however you want to do it.
I don't know what we're doing.
If you got the scroll.
I got the scroll.
All right, we'll get the scroll up so you can see that.
There you go.
Monday night NBA games. We got the Pacers at the Philadelphia 76ers tonight. Real quick in the NBA. Philadelphia, surprisingly, without a win so far this year. But Philly's favored by 12 at home. The over-under 229. Initial thought for me is 12 points for a winless team, a little too much.
Yeah.
So I'll take Pacers and the points there. Over-under 229. I actually feel that will go under.
You got that on your
Not by
sheet
much.
here? I got to look at that. I'm going the same way with you there.
All right, Raptors 1-2 against the Heat. 1-2. Heat just played last night, I believe. They're favored by 3.5. Over/under of 215. To me, that over/under might be a little low. So I'm thinking it's going to scoot a little over. Miami minus 3.5. I think they rebound and win that game against Toronto. I don't feel real great about it though.
I feel good about it.
You do?
Yeah, I feel good about it.
The one I feel good about tonight. Orlando Magic 0-3. They got the number 1 draft pick, and the guy Pacheco is turned out to be one heck of a baller, but it's about all they got right now. Knicks 1-1. Knicks 7.5-point favorites. The over/under 220. I think this game has a shot of going over. Pretty good shot of going over here. And the New York Knicks, I think, cover this spread, but not by much. 8.5, 9, 8.5. You can't cover 8.
You're going to be disappointed, but I like that one as well.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going. Undefeated Boston Celtics. They've been looking good, real good, even with a new coach here. Chicago Bulls 1-2. Boston is on the road as a 6-point favorite there, and the over/under of 226. What you got?
Oh, come on.
You got Celtics, right? You're going with your undefeated?
Yes. That's not even. You see it right there? Well, I just wrote it on.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
All right.
What do you?
I'm going to go with the Bulls. Just keep it within 6. Celtics win, though.
Oh, look at you. All
yeah,
right.
Utah Jazz undefeated unbelievably because they had a fire sale on all their good players. Donovan Mitchell goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Rudy Gobert gets traded to Minnesota, and yet they keep winning. And they are 2-point favorites against Stevens' Houston Rockets. They're 0-3. 231.5 is the over-under, so not a lot of defense expected here. Utah's by 2. I think Utah's in better shape than Houston, so I'll go ahead and take Utah and lay at the bucket there.
You see, I got Utah.
And the over-under of 231 seems pretty rich, so I'm going to go under that a little bit.
All right.
Brooklyn Nets, 1-1 on the year. They're at our Memphis Grizzlies here, 2-1 for them. Memphis 3.5-point favorites at home. The over-under of 232.5. That's a lot of points too. Where you sitting with that, Mark?
I'm going to go with the Grizzlies. I'm going to go under on 232.
Yes, I like the under in this game. Memphis, boy, they got dump trucked by Dallas on Saturday. Hopefully they got that out of their head by tonight. They usually play pretty good in front of the home crowd, and for some reason they are the, antimatter to Brooklyn Nets offensive power. Like, it just seems like they have a tough time against the scatter nature of Memphis. So I'm going to go ahead and take the home team as well.
All right.
Memphis by 5 to 7 points probably. San Antonio Spurs 2-1. They're at Minnesota tonight. Minnesota's 8.5-point favorites at home. The over/under of 234.5.
I like the Spurs.
You like the Spurs?
Yep. Give me those points.
I do too. I like giving
Really?
Spurs. I like the under too. By the way,
All right.
Spurs aren't. I don't say playoff ready, but they are looking better this year. Denver Nuggets 2-1. They're on 5-point favorite at Portland, who's undefeated this year, and not only undefeated, they beat Golden State. Not that the Lakers were much to overcome, but they're looking really good right now. Over/under of 228. Who do you like here?
You know what I'm doing.
You're going with the Portland Trailblazers, aren't you?
The theory still holds true. Basketball, football.
Got to beat them.
Got to beat them. That's
yeah.
not going to happen.
I
Hang on
like-
a second. Let me do it.
Not gonna be able to do it.
There you go. Yeah, Portland, I like getting points at home. Denver is supposed to be one of the top 2 seeds in the West this year, maybe 3 in some people's projections. But I think that Portland's a different monster at home. Denver might squeak this out, though.
228. Think that's
228.
under or over?
I'm going to go over barely.
Yep. I go over.
All right, so there you have the NBA picks. Thursday
Nice.
night game coming up. You got anything for that?
Yeah, I do have a little. I mean, your graphic. Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about? I do. I got to go fetch it. Yeah, knock
Okay.
that down. Let me go. Whoa! We're just going nutty here. Look out! It's not that time. No, it's not that time.
It's not that time.
It's not that time.
It was
sir.
supposed to be time Friday for Moneyline Mark. to
That's
dig
right.
Deep into his brain.
And it dug and nothing but air came out.
Well, Thursday night game, we have Baltimore Ravens are on the road to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Boy.
Maybe I don't have that graphic.
All right. That's
Nope,
all
I
right.
don't.
Baltimore's 1.5-point favorites here. The over/under is 44.5. So Baltimore by 1.5 and over/under 44.5. Your initial thoughts?
I like Baltimore. I'm going to go Baltimore. What's the over/under? 44.5. And I'm going to go under.
Under.
Yeah.
All right.
Baltimore suffered an injury, didn't they, in this Sunday?
I can't remember if they did. I know they had J.K. Dobbins out before the game. Gus Edwards came back.
Thought I read
tough to
that.
tell.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But I do know this.
All right.
If Carolina can run for like 176 yards on you, Baltimore ought to be able to dump truck you in that department too. So it's man check time, really. The thing that gets me is Baltimore's wanting to lose these games in the fourth quarter. Just begging.
I don't.
The problem is, can Tampa Bay take advantage of that? Like, they just seem like good. Probably the best thing that can happen for them is the game to be so soon, so they don't have time to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Uh,
But they have that just a little bit of room to not be able to make those improvements. You know what I mean? There's so little time
yeah.
to get whatever the problem was this Sunday out by Thursday, and that's not going to happen.
They're going to have to show me. Like I said, I can't take Tampa Bay until they finally win one out. Like, just can't do it. So I'll take Baltimore. I'll actually go over here because I think there'll be some garbage stuff in the fourth because that's what Baltimore does. They just let teams score in the fourth and make it interesting at the end. So Baltimore and the over are my initial thoughts for Thursday's game.
All right.
Top NCAA 25 games this Thursday. Virginia Tech's on the road at 24 North Carolina State. North Carolina State is favored by 13.5 here. The over-under, only 39.5 because Virginia Tech can't score. So what's your initial thought there, Mark?
Virginia Tech's not ranked.
Yeah, they're not ranked. And
course.
they're 2-5 on the year. That's probably a big reason why. they're
NC
not
State's
ranked.
barely ranked.
13.5.
13.5.
Two tutties.
Well, I'm going to go Virginia Tech.
Are you?
Yeah, I'll go Virginia Tech. I
All
better
right.
write that down because you'll say, no.
Yeah, write that down and put me
Got it.
under the North Carolina State side.
All right.
Because Virginia Tech stinks that bad. 14.
They won't win. I just think they'll get, you said 13 and 13
13.5, yep.
Yeah. So it'll be about,
They'll win by 17.
okay.
17 to 20 is
Write that
my
down.
my
17
my
to
guess.
20. All right.
9 o'clock game, number 14, Utah is on the road. They're 5-2 at Washington State. At one time, Washington State was ranked, and then they dropped a few games in a row. They're 4-3 now. Utah is an 8-point favorite on the road. The over/under of 56.
Utah. I'm going to go Utah.
Utah.
Yeah,
huh?
I'll go Utah. I think whatever the problem is going on in Washington, maybe it's because of the legal stuff that's available up there. And that's affecting the players. I don't know.
That's your official analysis, huh?
That is.
Okay.
And that's for free.
Yeah, that's for free. I'm going to go Utah as well.
All right.
I don't think it'll be a dump truckville, but I think Utah kind of grinds it out, slowly whips it out there for 17, probably somewhere 14, 17-point win.
That's Thursday's games, huh?
That's
Got a couple
Thursday's
ranked games on Thursday.
You do.
Nice.
So that is your NCAA and pro action for Thursday and NBA tonight.
A little bit of, yeah. I'll have to throw up some NBA graphics next week.
Yeah, we'll get that for you.
We'll
now
get it
that it's
going.
in season, college basketball, what I call the tip-off junkies are going to come in next week at play too, where you get these preseason games, I guess. They actually count in the standings, but some of them are exhibition games, and some of them should be exhibition games. So we won't go over a whole lot of those because the real college basketball starts in about 2.5 weeks,
All
give or
right.
take, with tournaments and tip-off classics and stuff of that nature.
Sweet.
All right, Captain, is that rolling for a Monday?
I think that's
On a
it.
WTF Monday,
I think
Tampa
so.
Bay, Green Bay, and
Oh,
the city
wait.
by the bay.
We do have
WTF.
something else to take a look at here. That's not
Not
it.
that one.
It wants to do it so bad. I don't get it. I don't get it, Paul.
You are having a tough time at the controls.
I am. Here we go. So let's pop these up. We could do them simultaneously.
All
There
right.
you go. Those are our pick of the weeks.
10 of 18, and I'm 12 of 18.
Yeah.
So
I forgot to throw those up when we were doing our pick six.
that's within our pick six stuff, right?
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
so good.
Our
12
pick
of
of the
18.
weeks.
That's pretty good. You know what
Yeah.
that signifies, right? That means I'm, 6 of 8? 75%?
Yeah, that's
Give or
great.
take?
That's great. I'm above 500. That's all I care.
Oh, yeah. You're above 500.
That's good.
You're
I'll
doing
take
good,
it.
Paul.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. All right, man. I think that's it for the show then, right?
That's it. That's all I've got.
All
Make
right.
sure you come out to Sportsbook here at Southland Casino and check out some of this delicious food. And make sure you check us out on Mondays and Fridays around noon.
Yeah, keep in mind our windows are open 9 a.m. on the weekends to help facilitate all your sports wagers. 10 o'clock during the week, kiosk 24/7. Catch the show every Monday and Friday. We're powered by Bentley. We're inside the Bentley Sportsbook in Southland Casino and Hotel. So Friday, got the average Joe again.
We do.
Should have a high riser as well.
Yeah,
So-
we have the average Joe of Mr. Allen. He'll be showing up on the show, hopefully.
So we'll have one-on-one action for the pick
Yes.
six.
Is this our first
And
four?
that's also free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our first four-way.
Oh, this ought to be fun. I'm sure something will go wrong. Stay
You'll
tuned
need
for
to check that out Friday afternoon.
I wonder if our high riser will actually make sure that the camera is lower
I don't know.
so that they're not just at eye level with the camera, remember?
Yeah, we'll put that memo out. So don't look like it's 50 Shades of Hey.
He was a prisoner or something. I don't know.
I don't know. All right. Till
All
then,
right.
for Moneyline Mark, I'm Point Spread Shane. Like, subscribe. We
That's
appreciate
right.
it, and we'll see you on a Friday.
Thank you for listening to the Odds Brothers Podcast.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Presented by the Bentley Sportsbook. Place your sports bets here from inside Southland Casino or from anywhere in Arkansas at southland.bentley.com.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Be sure to follow the Odds Brothers Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, and YouTube. Keep in mind, in Arkansas, you must be 21 or older and located in Arkansas to bet. Please play responsibly. For help quitting, call 1-800-522-4700.